I have serious beef with Chris Sims and Mike Florio. So the two of them had a segment the other day entitled, "The Falcons Try to Will QB1 Tangibles into Desmond Ridder." It was clickbait. I took it. That's my fault. I knew better. I did it regardless. My fault. But Jesus Christ, what is the deal with these? I don't even want to call them anything because they're not anything to me. It's Mike Florio, dude. He's a lawyer that decided he liked football. And Chris Sims, who was a third-round pick to the Bucks. I don't believe he ever cracked third string. Now he's going to critique the Atlanta Falcons because deep down they wanted the Falcons to get Lamar Jackson. That's just a much juicier story and gave them better clickbait. So it's like they're goading Atlanta into doing something so that they can get the type of clickbait they got from me. But let's review what they had to say.
I don't know that excitement is the word in Atlanta. Curiosity with Desmond Ridder as the starting quarterback. Arthur Smith, the head coach of the team, made it clear yesterday the plan is to start Desmond Ridder. That's our plan going forward right now. And when you look at that, our plans can change. It's our plan. It's our intention. Our plan is to start Desmond Ridder right now. So I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. You really don't know what that means when the team announces that they have selected Desmond Ridder to be their starting quarterback? That's unclear to you? You don't understand that? That's just too much, too tough.
Does that mean he's competing with Taylor Heineke? Does that mean Heineke can beat him out? Does it mean they've got some other plan that they may be at least contemplating as a possibility? We're going to talk about Lamar Jackson coming up. I don't think it's Lamar Jackson. It's just odd to frame it that way. It wasn't a full-throated Desmond Ridder as a starter.
Very clear. The plan is obviously to start Desmond. And that's our plan going forward right now. And they made the switch to quarterback. Wasn't highly recruited. Played a lot of games, started a lot of games in Cincinnati. Changed the culture there. Coach Pitbull. We're excited about it. We're excited about his growth and development so far.
All right, Mr. Blank, your head coach, Arthur Smith, said this morning that Desmond Ridder, last year's draft pick, is going to be your guy. Your thoughts on that?
Well, he's been, he's picked in the third round last year, and he had a great career in college. He played in 50 games, won 44 out of 50, and played at a very high level, and probably one of the top all-time college winning quarterbacks. And all those reps and snaps and winning in big games is very important. And I think since he's come on our campus, he's been a natural leader. He's worked hard. He's learned a lot under both coaching and really, he worked very closely with Marcus Mariota last year and learned a lot from him. Continued to move forward throughout the year, and then had an opportunity to play the last 4 games, start the last 4 games, and we saw a lot of progress in the last 4 games with Des, and we think he has capability of being a very competitive quarterback in this league.
I don't know what everyone's dream job was, but I'm sure if they got the call to go do their dream job, they'd be pretty excited.
So do you call Claire first? Like, who you call your mom first, Claire first, like group text?
Yeah, no, I went home and didn't really tell anyone. I'm not the media. I'm not gonna break the news for people. So obviously, I went home, told my wife, and she was excited for me, but kind of kept it at that. For me, I just say just go back to work the next day.
Desmond Ridder is our starter going into the 2023 season. Mike, everything else you said is nonsense at this point.
No.
The plan is to start Desmond Ridder.
That's right. It sounds like the plan is, but they're one of those teams that has kind of skirted the first round quarterback conversation. Are they laying in the weeds? Is that what they're saying? Yeah, they plan to start him until this guy falls to us in the draft, and then we got another plan to play somebody else.
I don't believe, and I've lived a long time, I've ever seen two people so completely devoid of understanding. Don't know that I ever have. They really don't get it. well, there could be a quarterback in the draft, and, that's a possibility. And, Lamar Jackson, not going to happen. Lamar Jackson. Desmond Ridder is going to be the starter for the Atlanta Falcons Game 1 of the 2023 NFL season.
That's what I wonder. They seem pretty adamant that the Lamar Jackson thing's not going to happen, between the comments that Terry Fontenot's made and then, what Arthur Blank has said, that it makes you think, okay, they're not going that route. I don't think there's another free agent veteran quarterback out there that I'm missing or that they would want. So I got to think.
Trade for Kirk Cousins.
These two, they're not even Falcons fans. They're Falcons haters. But they are in denial. They wanted Atlanta to they want to will in Lamar Jackson. Just will it in. Just if we say it enough and say they're not going to do it, but if we keep saying Lamar Jackson, maybe they'll come off 2 first-round picks and go right back to where they were before with Julio Jones and Matt Ryan and just put ourselves in cap hell. That's probably what they should do that.
So I got to think maybe the quarterback thing is still on their radar. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm with you in or I don't know if you're with us, but the jury's out on Desmond Ridder. I'm not sold from what I saw in those last 4 games of the year last year. I mean, they didn't ask him to do a whole lot. I do question his ability to be a really good, consistent NFL thrower.
Chris Sims.
You're making it difficult to love you right now.
Who, like Desmond Ridder, was a 3rd-round draft choice. Didn't see anything in Desmond Ridder last season in his 4 games that he played. You just didn't see anything in him.
They, of course, know more than I do. But, yeah, there was some... the first game against the Saints was not very good. The second game against the Ravens, the stats are very misleading. You need to go back and watch. I mean, they're all at the end of the game. I mean, he was like 9 for 20 in the 3rd quarter, or worse than that. I mean,
22,
it was bad stats.
33.
It was garbage time stats.
66%
and then it got a little bit
completion.
better the last 2 weeks. So maybe they see something that I don't, but I'll be interested to see his development.
My read on Desmond Ridder and the Falcons.
Oh, please, Mike. Please, Mike, give us your read.
Has been, they love the fact that he has all of the intangibles.
Yes,
you want
all of the
in
intangibles.
a great starting quarterback who is a leader on his team and first in, last
You're
out.
right,
hard
Mike.
worker,
That's exactly.
loves football.
Yeah.
And they want to try to will him
Here's
into
Sims
becoming
back
the
there.
guy who has the
Yes.
tangibles.
Right.
I
Yes.
would submit that it's
What
far
happened, Chris?
harder to have the tangibles than the intangibles.
Yes.
You're being
I
forced to
think
like
you're
him?
exactly right there.
What the fuck you just say?
That was a great way to put it. That's I was going to get there at some point, but you're just better with the language and smarter. But, yeah, I think that's what we saw, a little bit, or you were at home. You didn't get to see him personally, but we talked to him at the Combine a few years ago. He was one of our favorite interviews. He's got a great way about it, so I understand all of that. But, I've seen a lot of teams get their ass burned big time by, he's a great leader and he's great in the locker room. Oh, yeah, coach, but he can't throw a...
Chris Sims and the term "he's our guy" have never been uttered. Chris, I looked up your stats. I remember you in Tampa as a Falcons fan. I remember enjoying you holding the clipboard. It was fun. But I went and looked up your stats. And currently, right now, Desmond Ridder is 2,400 yards and 9 touchdowns away from tying you for your career. I will wager that by the end of the 2023 season, Desmond Ridder will eclipse the monumental statistics that Chris Sims put up in his 7 years in the NFL. You can take that to the bank called Vegas.
Freaking out route or a curl route. So tell me how that locker room magic's going to work now on Sunday at 1 o'clock, right? So that's what we got to see. But I understand the thought there. He does have all the quarterbacky stuff. I'm just not sold on some of the physical tools that are needed out on the football field.
And that's the question. How much better can you make a guy when he gets to the NFL level? Is that will, that leadership, that love of the game, is that enough to unlock a higher level of performance? They're willing to experiment with it, or at least that's the plan right now.
Right now. Give me a break, guys. This was 4 minutes of time that unfortunately anyone who viewed this, including myself, will never get back. It told you nothing. It gave you really bad opinion that you completely contradict. Chris Sims. I don't think the kid has the intangibles to step up to be the number one quarterback. That is essentially what you were saying. And then Mike says, well, he does have all these intangibles, and he was a great interview, and he's a leader in the locker room. Oh yeah, you're smarter than me. I'm dumb, you smart. You smart, me dumb, you smart. That's what you sound like. Desmond Ridder has not had a chance to show what he can do fully. Right now, quarterback's not that big a deficiency. We don't know what we've got. But what we saw was someone who started to catch a groove. And I just want to see where it ends up. But it will end up beating Chris Sims's all-time monumental NFL statistics. That much I can tell you. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And put in the comments your thoughts on just, am I off base? Am I wrong? And I apologize again for the amount of time you've had to spend to watch both myself and these two geniuses. Until the next time.